Hello there and welcome to my YouTube channel, Julia McNeil Crafts. So today it's time for Dawn and Julia Create. So Dawn, what are you doing to me? So if you follow Dawn's channel, you'll know that she has this series, which I love. I love her series. 1 sheet of paper, 2 cards. So I have always said that I wanted to join in her challenge. But when I did, I was planning on having a piece of paper that had a bit more detail to it. Dawn's chosen this sheet of paper. I love this side. I hate that side. Now normally with papers that I don't like, I would be putting distress ink over them or gesso, but that's not included. So yeah, I've literally got my black pen, and we are allowed some Tim Holtz stickers. So after having locked myself in a dark room for a little while, I'm out. I'm going to try and make something. Yeah, okay, let's get started. So oh, I do love you, Dawn. Okay, right, so I'm thinking that my black pen is going to become my best friend. So yeah, let's have a go. I was thinking that seeing as I have a black pen and I absolutely hate that side of the paper, I'm going to try drawing some flowers. So I was thinking, let's just go for like a simple rose. Anyone can do this. It's a little squiggle, and I quite like polka dot things, so we can just kind of do that, and then maybe, well, I'll draw them on, because if I don't like them I can always cut them off, and then maybe do something like that. I think that was too big. I don't think I like that. Let's see how quickly I managed to destroy this piece of paper with. It's alright. It's fine. Let's try a little bit of a smaller one. So I think I'll just make that a bit rounder. Okay. Let's see how we go. Okay. And then I'll do another one. Then I will fussy cut those out and see what we can do. Yeah, I am a tad bewildered. It's definitely going to be a challenge. Dawn is amazing at this. Dawn is amazing at taking very limited supplies and coming out with gorgeous things. I don't mind limiting my supplies, but I still quite like having things like a few distress inks or a bit of gesso just to kind of move it into a direction. You know, I'm that confuzzled that I don't even, I think my head might have been in the shot there, so if it was, it'll either have been a bit of a strange edit. Okay, so or yeah, something or other. It's nice paper, this, though. I do like the polka dots, so you know, at least I like one side. I just really hate that side. I just hate it. It's a horrible green. I mean, I like green, but that's just, I don't know, that's verging on a snot green, that, with it's not a nice tone of green. Okay. So yeah, had I been allowed some distress inks, I'd have been knocking that back with a bit of Blue Lagoon or a bit of Picket Fence, making it a tad more palatable. Probably lots of white splashes. Yeah, so I might do another video sometime of what to do with paper that you hate. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm just going to be giggling all the way through this, and I'm doing this at last minute. The advantage of doing it at last minute, though, is I have had about a month to contemplate this. So, you don't particularly want to watch me fussy cut these dodgy flowers out, so I will just cut the other 2 out and then I will be back. Okay, so I cut out I drew a few more flowers and cut them out because I wasn't overly keen on the ones that I've drawn, and I've also sort of created these little scallop things that I thought I would maybe use. So I thought we could maybe have a little play. I think what I'll start by doing is just doodling a border round this, and then maybe I can see how the bits that I have cut out will work in the border. So I'm not keeping it straight. I'm going to do a few lines so that the wibble wobbles make sense. I'm trying to hold my pen slightly further back so that I'm not getting too thick a line, if that makes sense. That looks more natural, because this is normally something that I would do with my fine liner, but obviously I don't have that today, so let's just do that. And then I am going to add a few little squiggles in various points and a few little circle dots, and we will see what we can do. So I don't know, I was to have a fiddle. I don't know whether to do like a little bit like that and almost have a Zentangly idea coming down, or whether to create a bit of a corner frame, like so. I don't know. I don't know. Right, maybe. Let's go for both. Try chopping it in half. Let's see what happens. Right, I'm just going to edge the back of that as well. As in, like, I've done the black bumps, but let's just give this a bit of the straight line a bit of a edge as well. And we'll see how we get on with that. Okay. Now, I've still not got around to getting myself any wet glue, even though we're into December now and my no spend November is finished. I have been incredibly busy working on some majorly secret stuff, and so I haven't got around to doing these little jobs, but I will. So I'm just using my sticky dots. They're not the best adhesive in the world, but it's funny to think these were the bee's knees, but now I'm like, oh, I've got to resort to sticky dots. Right, so we'll just pop those down, sort of in there. And, oops, let's put that one along there. I'm just going to put black in the edge of this here. So that's a bit more deliberate. Get some glue on the back of that. It's rubbish. Honestly, hate these things now. But we're getting them used up, so it's all good. Let's go over that one so we've got a bit of a better join. Okay. I think that was quite funky actually. Okay, and then a little bit there. And that's me done. I don't want to do any more. Oh dear. Need a nice big character in that now. Okay. Just something accidentally from it. Look, you know, a nice, could get a wee nice cactus or something from a bit box and that look lovely. Sorry, John, I will behave, I promise. Okay. Now, I'm wondering, let's just doodle away and see what happens. I'm going to try doing some little love hearts. Because why not? I think that could be cute. Okay. And then we'll draw some dots and circles. If you're a bit nervous about you know, sketching, which I am. I know that sounds daft because it's like I do drawing and it's like I'm now doing drawing for a living, but working on a finished, this isn't how I draw. It's like I work in a sketch pad and I spend a lot, believe me, I spend a lot of time erasing my work. I think I spend more time erasing it than I do, you know, drawing it. So like just to do, sorry, I got distracted there, just sort of like doodling straight onto a card. I actually get quite nervous about that. And so what I would say is if you do dots, little dots and little circles cover a multitude of sins. Do you know what, I think I'm just actually going to have a lot of white space on this card. I'm going to stick that down up there because I think that looks quite cute. Okay, and I am going to stick these down in a group. Oops. And maybe put a sentiment in the middle, keep it simple. Let's just keep this really simple because I think that looks quite funky. I don't think it needs much more. Okay. I'll do that. Okay. Now, because there is that bit of doodling on that side, we probably do need something here. So let's do something to match it. We'll have maybe... We'll have some hearts growing up. Hearts growing up and hearts coming down. Why not? Okay, and again I'm going to do circles and dots around because honestly it's really forgiving. It just it makes life a bit easier. Now I'm just thinking that maybe if I just put a few words in the centre, that could be us. What have we got? What about right, hang on. We've got loving, making, do we have a memories something? Loving, making, let's see what have we got. Loving, making friends, that works, doesn't it? Okay, and then I am just going to add some faux splashes on the card, just to sort of bring, I don't know, bring it all together a little bit, and to sort of stop that centerpiece just looking quite so stark. We could actually put a few, since we've got love hearts, we could put a few love hearts around here as well. Why not? And then what I might do is just put a little bit of doodling around the sentiment as well. I think that looks quite fun and funky. Okay, it's okay. I'm not hating it. We're doing okay. We're doing okay, Dawn. Don't worry. I promise. I'm still speaking to you. Okay, I feel like I've gone quite quiet and because I'm concentrating on what I'm doing. I'm trying not to go overkill here now. Right, card number 1 done. Okay, so just to get my brain in gear with this, I am going to edge it again. I don't know why that is helping, but it's helping me to sort of see less of a massive blank canvas that I've got to cover with stuff I don't like, and sort of framing it. I don't know, it feels more manageable. So I'm just sort of starting off with the frame. I've not got the most even things because Dawn required that we made 6x6 cards, and the only ones I had in stock were 7x7, so I've sort of chopped them down, but my trimmer is clearly needing sharpened a little bit. Okay, so I've still got a few flowers left over, and I probably can make more, but I don't want to end up with two pages with exactly the same look. So let's do some ripping and tearing and see how we get on with that. So let's do that, and I'm going to edge the black. So I'm going to put a few layers, but obviously I'm sticking to the same side of the paper, so you know, I'm going to have to create the contrast with my pen because I just don't like that green. I'm sorry, I really don't like it. Probably I find lots of people, including my sister, her favourite colour is green, but I think even she wouldn't like that green. Okay, so that's quite striking. So we'll do that. I'm just going to stick it down. I'm just putting adhesive in the centre of that because I'm wanting to be tucking things behind it, and I've now just put a really messy mark down, so let's go down far enough to cover that up. Okay. Right, I may as well use these papers that I've got here. Make that a bit narrower. Okay. Oops. Okay. And then I'll maybe put another one this side as well. And just stick that down. And I've noticed a dirty mark, but never mind. We'll, even if we have to use full black splashes to cover that, we will. So it's not the end of the world. It'll be fine. Hey, if I can make, you know, 2 cards with limited supplies that I don't like, I can deal with a bit of black. Sorry, I am moaning a lot. I'm very sorry, Dawn. It's a lovely challenge. It is a challenge. That I can't deny it. This is a massive challenge, but it is good to be challenged in your crafting. It is good to kind of have to step out of your comfort zone. You know, even if you go straight back into your comfort zone, that's fine. It's not a problem, because you'll have learned something from it. So it's all good. Right, I'm thinking that what I might do now is use a whole load of these stickers to create a little bit of a background for me to use another one of my flowers. Dawn didn't actually just say 1 per card, so this might not be this might not be, you know, within the remit, but I'm going with it. So I'm trying to pick words that, you know, if you were giving them to someone, they kind of make sense. You know, I'm sticking to, I've got friends, family, everything. I don't really want to be sort of putting stuff down that the words jar a little bit. But to be honest, these are kind of a bit like a background paper. Okay, so I'm thinking if if we build up a few like so, and I'm putting them every which way, almost like a little what do you call it, crossword sort of thing. I need a smaller one just to go there. It's looking too even. The evenness is bothering me. So yeah, built up a few like this. I think that looks alright. That's quite cool. Wonder what Dawn's done. I know, I mean, we always say this, like, pop over to each other's channels and everything will be really different. I definitely know that these ones are going to be really, really different because Dawn knows what she's doing. Oh dear. Right. So in my head that's sort of like a bit of one of those, you know, you get those crossword boxy things that you can get as gifts. It's a bit like that, I think. Let's go there. Okay. And then what I'm thinking is that will create a bit of a, because if I'd pop the orange flower down onto just the polka dot, there wouldn't have been enough of a contrast, but I don't particularly like those ones I've sketched. So I'm just going to make another couple and I'll be back with you. Okay, so I have cut out some more flowers and I've actually created some tiny leaves. I thought maybe if I made tiny leaves and edged them in black, the green might not be quite so offensive. If it's a tiny bit, it just we'll see how it goes. Right, so I'm just going to cut into those a little bit again. I've not drawn them in the best way to find proper cutting places, to be honest, but never mind. Just again, I just want to give those a little bit of shape and dimension. So we'll put the two of those in, and then I will pop the leaves in, and then I might make some little spirals. Now where's my... That's my 3D foam. This is the tiniest 3D foam in the world. I don't know where I got this from. It's probably like years old. Right. Okay, so we'll pop those on there like so. And then I'll pop the leaves on. So I'm just going to get a bit of my tape and put a bit of glue on the end of the leaf and pop those in, just for a little bit of greenery. Make it look a little bit better. Okay, and then what I will see how these work out. I'm not sure quite how. I mean, I like making spirals, but I'm not sure how it will look with the green and orange, but we'll see. So what I quite often do with tiny bits of leftovers is to make paper spirals out of them, which I'm just thinking will help to build up this sort of flower arrangement if I can do that. So if I just take, and I'm talking really thin strips, I mean probably it needs to be, that's maybe a bit, I'm going to take a few strips that are literally just that length there, and then what I'm going to do, oops, is we will spray them with water. Now you can do this without spraying it with water, but I tend to find that to keep its shape, it is a good thing to do, because we end up making the paper a lot more pliable, and then as it dries again it sort of almost resets. So what I'm going to do is just spray these with water. Okay, and then grab a implement, probably like a thin paint brush, if I can find one. and then just spiral that round the paintbrush like so. And what I may do once I've got it on is just give it another little spray, because as I said, this is what will make it malleable. Then I will grab my heat gun. Okay, so I've done the other two, so what you do is once I've redampened that, and I'm going to try and hold that as tight as possible. Obviously it's a bit difficult once you've got your heat gun there as well. You just don't want to burn your fingers, but you need to sort of dry that off. And as I said, there is something about getting it wet and then blasting it with the heat gun that just changes the structure of it a little bit, and it holds its shape much more than just winding it round a pencil on its own. Okay. Okay, so I've got that now, and I am just thinking that they may be a little bit big. I'm just going to pop a few of these, so that's tighter, and just behind, like so, just to maybe give it a little bit more interest. And maybe need to get a bit better glue, so I will probably just grab one of my gel mediums. Okay, so I have stuck that down with my gel medium. I still have this blob up here that I'm not happy about, so that is where I am going to start my fake splashes. So I am going to pop a few fake splashes on this, just to make it a tad more appealing to myself. Okay. So these are just needing to be a bit bigger. It's looking a little bit too controlled. It's difficult to do splashes with a pen in that it's very difficult to make it look random. The joy of doing splatters is that you can't actually help where it goes, which is why I try and work quickly, but still it can be quite difficult to achieve. And then I think I'm also just going to try and add a little bit of a doodly border. I'm trying to not go too difficult because it's quite a thick pen, and I prefer, this is where I'd kind of have my fine liner in doing this, but you know, I am sticking to the brief that Dawn gave me. Just, mind you, she didn't, as I said, she didn't specify how many stickers I could use. She just said Tim Holtz stickers, so I don't think I've broken any rules. Okay, so that is card 2. Okay, so that is both of my cards done. They are not my most favourite cards in the world, but I'm quite pleased at what I've managed to do with the supplies that I have. And actually I've got loads left, so I probably could do 6 cards on a sheet of paper, but please don't challenge me to that, Dawn. But I might try and have a little play if I have time with the leftovers and show you what I make. But please do head over to Dawn's channel. I know I will be there straight away at 4 o'clock to see what she has done. If you have enjoyed it here, please do consider liking and subscribing, and I will be back again very soon. Okay, take care then, and goodbye.